Hey YouTube, it's me, Ashley, a girl and her flowers, and welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope you're looking forward to the week to come and all that good stuff. I start work this week, so that's exciting, and yep, I'm just excited to start this new journey in my life, and yep, all that good stuff. Yep, that's my word for the week. Yep. Anyway, so as you know, my last video was pretty unorganized, but I wanted to continue on from that topic, which was the 5 love languages was the last thing I was talking about. So a few people were interested in more about it, so I'm going to talk a little bit about it more. I'll talk about the 5 love languages briefly, and yeah, so that's what we're talking about. So the 5 love languages. So I posted something last week that says love tastes differently to everyone. And I had a conversation with my cousin that was also kind of the same way. You know how you can love someone and you do everything you can to show them love, that you love them, but you're showing them that you love them the way that you see, the way love tastes for you. You're making love for them the way it tastes good for you. But you got to know that everyone doesn't look at love the same way. Everyone doesn't feel love the same way. And that is what the 5 love languages talks about. So there's 5, and we're going to go over them one at a time really quickly. Going to try to keep it like under a minute for each. So the first one, the last 2 we'll do are the ones that are closer to me because those are my 2 love languages. So the first one is receiving gifts. So I know that kind of sounds kind of crazy, but some people actually feel love by gifts. And that doesn't mean that it's just like big things. It can be cards, it can be flowers, it can be a car, it can be, you know, chocolate. But gifts make those people feel loved. They enjoy to receive gifts from the person that they love, and that to them, you know, assures them that that person loves them when they buy them things. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think to each their own. Some people are that way, and some people show love by giving gifts anyway. But so receiving gifts is the first love language that I read about. So the second love language was words of affirmation. So pretty much what that means is a person whose love language is words of affirmation, they need a lot of I love you, and you're special, and you mean the world to me, and you're a great person, and you're amazing, and you're good and bad, and you're smart. They need those compliments. They need to hear the words out of the mouth of the person that they love, because that's how they see it. They don't see a physical act. They want to hear it. And I'm kind of that way. I would much rather hear someone tell me that they love me and tell me what I mean to them. And not that I don't appreciate those things that they do, but it feels good to hear it. It makes you feel more, makes that person feel more assured that they're loved. So the next one is acts of service. So acts of service, the way you do it in the quiz, it's kind of like, oh, I see that you're really, really busy. Let me wash the dishes for you. Oh, I see that the house is a little messy. Let me clean up for you. Oh, it looks like you need an oil change. Let me go and get you an oil change. You don't have to ask, but I'm going to do things that I know are going to help you. Something that might be on your list of to-dos. I'm going to do it for you because I love you. And person whose love language is acts of service, that's what they need. They need someone to anticipate their needs and do things for them like that. And hey, it is what it is. So the fourth one is quality time. So this is one of mine, quality time. For me, I feel so much love being able to be in the presence of someone I love. It feels good to me to be able to spend time with them. And it doesn't have to be we're going to go on a date. It can literally be we can sit in the living room together. We can sit and watch a movie together at home. We can sit in the kitchen and talk, or we can just sit and not talk. But for me, that quality time, to know that you are offering me time out of your schedule, that's what makes me feel really loved. And then the final one, which is my love language, my primary love language, that's physical touch. And that doesn't mean, like I said in my last video, it doesn't just mean sex. It literally means the physical touch of the person that you love. If they're rubbing your arms or rubbing your head or holding you, hugging you, physically becoming, I guess, one in a sense with you, I feel so loved by that. Where I feel like you can't keep your hands off of me, so we have to hold hands in the car. Or you have to have your hand on my thigh. Or we have to be touching in some way. That's how I feel love. And I feel love with physical touch. So those are the 5 love languages. So again, that's receiving gifts, words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, and physical touch. So a good way I broke this down to my cousin, which was, let's just say that you meet someone who speaks a different language to you, but you love that person. They speak French and you speak English, but you're so in love with that person. You're not going to say, well, just because you speak a different language, I'm just going to, keep speaking my language and we just won't understand each other. You're going to adjust. You're going to want to learn their language. So you're going to pick up a French book and learn a few things. And that's kind of the way the 5 love languages work. If you recognize that someone that you love enjoys physical touch, and you may not be a physical touch kind of person, maybe touch them a little more. And it can be a little difficult maybe for you, but compromising is what love is about. I mean, to me, ultimately, there is plenty of compromise in love. And you want to learn the language of the person that you love. And you want them to feel loved. Because you could be doing everything that works for you to them, and they may not realize how much you love them. They may not realize how much that means to you, because you're doing for them what you would like done for yourself. So, all that to say, and one more note on that, is someone could be really showing you that they love you, but they're showing you with acts of service, or they're showing you with words of affirmation, but you want quality time, or you want gifts. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. It means that they're loving you the way that they want to be loved, the way that they love, the way that love tastes for them. That's what they're making for you. So understand that love is perceived differently from many people. It tastes different for everyone, and you just gotta adjust, you gotta tweak, add a little salt, add a little sugar, whatever you need to do to make it so that you can match. Just like I said, I know how I receive love, and I'm learning how the person that I love receives love. So I gotta do a little bit of everything to try to figure out, okay, what makes her feel more loved? If I buy her things, or if I do things for her. So I'm starting to, I understand that we both took the quiz, and hers was physical touch and things like that. So I hold her, and I spend a lot of time with her, and I let her sleep, and I get up in the morning and I cook breakfast and I do things like that because I'm doing acts of service. I'm trying everything I can, and words of affirmation. I tell her all the time how I feel, and that's how I am showing love, by trying all of them and seeing which one works. And that's kind of how it works. So if you would like to know your love language, if you don't already know from my breakdown of the love languages, you can actually, first of all, there's a book by Gary Chapman. He is a counselor, a relationship counselor, who wrote the 5 love languages. And there's a quiz online that you can go online and just search 5 love languages quiz. It breaks it down to 3 different quizzes. There's like a couples quiz, a singles quiz, and I think there might be a parent quiz. I know there's a 3rd one. I'm not 100% sure. But if you look it up, 5 love languages quiz, and you will learn what your love language is. So, oh baby. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. You okay? What's wrong? Oh, somebody needs a nap. So please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, mwah.